you to go, cause I go where see, I don't wanna listen. Don't need you to go, just to know what I'm missing. I gotta live in me. So give me, don't live in me. I got some time that I know, but that's the thing in me. That's the thing in me. I got some time that I know, but that's the thing in me. Wow. I lost my brother, I won't ever get my mind back. I'm trying to question where my heart at. This way I finished, it ain't kinda where I started. This your first thing, man. I wanna start coming to my man. Street saying I'm up and coming. I really got the things that I've been planning. Don't fall around me, I tell my sister I love her. I do all I do my mother. We didn't come from my brother. We didn't cut her. Conversation that you and I know we gotta get it. Like if we been living this setup, that if we all fall down, then we won't fall. Then we all fall down, then we won't fall. Then we all fall down. Slowly, it's scaring me. I did it. I don't gotta speak on my pain, I really feel it. When I finally speak on my pain, they still won't get it now. Nigga, I just put the family first. Nigga, got it from the mind, got it from the family. Nigga, took a couple hours with his lessons learned. So they can never say I finished shit. Niggas drank my name through the mud. I had to take it. Me and my brother had to get it from nothing. Feel my mother that I'm working for something. They trying to reason for nothing. Say what you want, but when I run it, I did it. I don't really speak on my pain, I really live it. Say what you want, what you want, when I'm running, I can skip when the things I want to start coming. She saying I'm up and coming, I've really done the things that I've been doing. I get my heart to my mother, yeah.
Hey, yo, what's good, gang? It's your boy Illuminati 15. You have just tuned in to DPG TV, Talk That Shit podcast. You know the fucking vibes, and we here today. Special guest, man, the one and only Shyanara, man. New Bronx is in the building. What's good, gang?
Good, man. Talk That Shit podcast. What up, man?
Chillin', man. We honored to have you here. You know what I'm saying? We did Maury first. Now you here. You know what I'm saying? Ready to let you have your shine, talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? So first off, we want to start off by thanking you for blessing us with your time. You know what I'm saying? We know you're a busy artist. Recently, I know you guys just came back from Delaware. Let's start off with you telling us a little bit about that, man. How was that experience for you?
It was actually a movie. That was my first time, like, traveling out of state for a show or to, like, do anything music. Don't get me wrong, like, I left before to, like, go shoot a video or something.
Yeah.
But, like, that's the first time actually, like, going to, like, it was actually good. It was a different atmosphere. To see people rocking with you from a different place that's not your hometown, it's kind of like, yeah, you're doing everything right.
Now, if I'm right, the person that was hosting that and got you guys out there was PD Crack, right?
Yeah, PD Crack was hosting.
All right, no doubt, no doubt. So that was your first, like, out-of-state booking?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start off with the basics, man. What led you to music and how long you been doing this?
I've been doing this for a while now. I've been doing this for like, I would say like maybe 12, 13 years now.
Okay.
Like, I've been rapping for a while, but like I'm just now getting to the point where I'm taking it super serious because I figured out the formula. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Before it's just we just rapping, trying to I can rap.
Yeah.
But now it's like nah,
More
I'm
like a
him.
hobby.
You
Now
know what
you're
I'm
looking
saying?
at it
Like
more
yeah,
like a
like
craft.
this is it. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, throughout that time, I don't went through a lot of twists and turns in my lives. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of curveballs and shit, things you would never expect. And young, you just gotta like eat that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I lost my grandmother at a young age. My grandmother raised me. Like I wasn't raised by my mother. I still
Right.
got my mother in my life now. You know what I'm saying? Like our relationship became a lot stronger after my grandmother died or whatever. But I lost her at a really young age. You feel me? And when I lost her, that was all I knew. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that was a lot for me. Then I lost a friend of mine a year before that, and a couple years later, I lost my little brother. Like not like blood, but you know what I'm saying. Like it was a lot of years in. Like me and him, we
Yeah.
grew up together. We went to the same school.
So
Like
someone
that was
close.
my running mate. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of my actual brothers, like that was my running mate. That cut deep. After that, I looked at it like he rapped too, but he was a little bit bigger than I was at the moment too. So it was like when that happened, I switched everything. Like you know what, this is it. Like I got to get it for me. I got to get it for all the people I lost. Like
Facts.
I got to let them see me win. You know what I'm saying? That's what it became.
So as an artist, um, I know a lot of people can tell the growth when they working. So you telling me that you've been here doing this for about 12 years. Um, is it like a difference within you as an artist with the way that you create, the way that you look at music, the way that you make music now within these 12 years? Do you feel like there's a difference or do you feel like you can tell your growth from when you started to now?
No, yeah, definitely. So when I first started, I used to not be able to like I was always there creatively, but it used to take me a while sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to write songs, it might take me a couple days sometimes. Like wow. My first couple years, I never even freestyled, never even tried. I never felt I had the ability to do it. You know what I'm saying? But like probably I would say for like the last 4 or 5 years, I just developed freestyling and this. Like a lot of my songs you hear now, I don't write. I just be going in the booth wilding out. I take a sip, going in, I wild out. The tape I just dropped on Untouchable, that was a lot more written. You know what I'm saying? Because that was a lot more personal. And I feel like sometimes when you get into a personal bag with your fans, I have to sit there and work on that craft. You know what I'm saying? And on a personal standpoint with me, those was feelings I had to get out. So it was
Yeah.
like I can't half-ass it. You know what I'm saying? But I could definitely see the growth. Took a minute, but I got there. You know what I'm saying?
So you have this new mixtape that you said Untouchable. How long did it take you for you to get that together? Was it something that you was working on for an extensive period of time? Because I know there's certain artists out here that they have projects, but like you said, you have to like sit down. You want to make sure that the formula's right, that your core fans is able to perceive it the way that you putting it out. Was this something that you just picked up and did, or is it something that it was a
Nah,
work with time?
this was definitely a work through time. So, you know, when things happen, you're not always able to speak on it right away. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Sometimes I have this big phrase I use is sometimes you gotta go through shit to get through it. You know what I'm saying? So I gave myself a lot of time. Like if you do your history a little bit and homework a little bit, I dropped the video from Untouchable about maybe 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That was a different feeling for me because I was just coming to terms with the losses I took and everything around me, the people around me. So that was I feel untouchable now. Now
Yeah.
I got through all that. It's nothing that can break me. You know what I'm saying? But even though I dropped that, you know what I'm saying, there was still things going on, and I'm like, you know what, I'm still not ready to tell everything, to speak my full story and shit like that. Like, you know, it still takes time, especially speaking it. Like, it's one thing to just show it or talk about it, like, oh, I miss this person, I miss this person, but to actually speak it in your music, it becomes tough. You don't know what type of when you're not in that bag, it puts you in a different type of bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there was times I'm writing this tape, I'm shedding tears. There's tracks I had in there that I recorded over the years, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it was definitely a process. Then when I finally sat down and I was like, you know what? I'm ready now. I'm here. I went through probably I would say a tougher situation as an artist Not like as a person, but like as an artist, I went through a tougher situation, and after I got through that situation, I was like, yeah, you know what, it's time. Time to drop the tape. We're gonna go crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? And then New Bronx, my brothers, feel me? They with me. When I pitched it to them and was like, yo, I'm gonna do this. I think I'm ready. They're behind me. It was no, you know what I'm saying? So that was really the push for it, and that was perfect timing. You know what I'm saying?
And this next question is something I like to ask everybody that steps into music, because everybody goes into music for a different reason. What does music mean to you?
Everything. That's my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing music since I was like 11, 12 years old. So I don't really, right now, I don't really see myself doing anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tried the basketball route, I tried the 9 to 5, I still got a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, I know in my heart that this is it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I want to do. I'm not going to be happy unless this is what I'm doing with my life. So it
This is
became
your
more
career
than just
path.
it became more than just a hobby. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, it's a dream.
I could relate to that. I could relate to that. Cause streaming for me started off kind of like a hobby, and then the more time I invested into it, we got my brother behind the ones and twos, Greg. He the one that told me, "Yo, maybe you should do this." And the more I got into it, the more I stopped looking at it as a hobby, more as a craft, dug more into it, more research, invested more time, more parts of my pocket into it. So I could definitely relate to that.
Yeah, I know it's me, Greg. I got some questions for you. Yo, what's up, Shyanara? You already know. New Bronx all day, baby. I'm just gonna be here. I got some good comments from our viewers. So we got Iris, Melanie Rose. She would like to give some good graces to you, Shyanara, saying that that's talent when you can take your pain and write about it, share it, and just show you can cope with things. And the fact that he ain't fooled himself, that just shows a lot. So, and she love that you care about your fans. So that's what we do.
Appreciate
So
you.
you already know how to let that be known. Get.
All right. Well, thank you, Iris, for those comments.
I'm
We
actually
appreciate you
glad
for
she
that.
said that because this is one thing artists gotta understand. Your fans is everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, without fans, you are not you. Like, and that was something I had to learn to grow. Like, I used to be on the type of time of I don't care about fans. I'm gonna do what I do.
Yeah.
But then over time, I'm like, let me start catering to the fans. And when I started catering to the fans, that's when I realized myself start growing. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of artists be stubborn with that. I gotta change, man.
Well, there's always. I feel like that's the main thing with media and music itself. The fans are like kind of the fuel for it. If you don't have a connection to the fans, you don't have anything to relate to. And that's why I do gravitate to a lot of artists like myself. Like I was speaking to you earlier. The comment came on. One of my favorite artists is Ji, but I don't gravitate to Ji just because he's Spanish. I gravitate to him because of the quality of music that he put out. Him and rest in peace to PNB Rock. PNB, whenever he dropped something, I felt like that man was speaking directly to me. Like I was going through some shit personally in my life, and whenever he dropped something, automatically I felt like I could connect to that, I could relate to what he was putting out. Um, but on to that, man. Yo, just to put it out there, bro. Can we, for a second, just speak about the experience we had outside? The experience we had outside, man. We had a perfect vibe coming into this
Shit was
podcast.
lit.
We bumped into the IG bump. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Shout out
stay
IG
tuned
bump.
for that, man. There's a skit coming out. Once Shyanara gets to go, he's gonna tag all of us on that. We believe that shit is hilarious. And we started off the podcast on a good vibe. Bumped heads with a nice IG influencer. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope. Um, Now, when it comes to your artistry, right? Is it something that you feel like only you could touch? Because we have a lot of people out here that they don't mind, like you said, you got your team, you got the New Bronx.
Elaborate on that a little bit.
So it's like when it comes to what? When it comes to like when you make music, is it something collectively that you do with like the New Bronx, or is it like your like you bring it to your team and then your team gives you kind of like pointers and inputs on how to like maybe you could probably do this better, or we could work on this point, or is it just solely you and then you kind of like build around what your the comments and the feedback that your team gives you?
All right, so
Got a little get a little extra on that. So to answer what he said, I want to know from being a good successful group. That's what I call. what's the pros and cons, the ins and outs, what makes a successful group works. Because even if you don't take it as consideration that it is success yet, of course we got a lot more work to do. I do. So yeah, basically, what's the ins and outs that people basically could take in? Because it's not easy making a group, or because definitely two different lives.
So I feel like when it comes to a group, first things first, like outside of the music, when like solely just the group, the biggest thing is always communication. And like that should take you in any relationship you have personally. Like, you know what I'm saying? A group, a personal relationship with a friend, with your spouse. You know what I'm saying? Like communication is always. There's nothing that I can't talk if you have a group. You know what I'm saying? As a group, you gotta make sacrifices, gotta make adjustments. You know what I'm saying? It's not everything is gonna be what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta bring it to the table and come together as a collective. Like, all right, cool. Sometimes it's all right, we're gonna just do that. But the main thing with us is we're big on trust your brothers. You know what I'm saying? If I'm glad you asked that, like about the verses and shit. Like when we're writing verses, like again, sometimes we don't even write our verses. Sometimes we just in the studio wilding out. It's not like we're sitting here like, yo, change this half. Maury's gonna let me do me. Breeze is gonna let me do me. I'm gonna let Breeze and Maury do them. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we hear the song later on, and we hear something like, yo, you could have did this, but yeah, we'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it's still your decision if you want to change it. We don't. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, Maury be like, yo, I think you could have said this differently, and I feel like, and I'll be like, I like it. There's no argument there. It's just, all right, cool. You like it, then I love it.
Now, to add on to that, I have a question. I've been wondering this because I've been hearing about the New Bronx for a minute from Greg. Has there ever been a time when y'all in the studio and y'all get really competitive on a song? Like, do you ever have a moment with like Maury and Breeze when y'all all on a track and y'all feeling like, I gotta one up Maury?
Nah. This is the thing with us. We feed off of each other. So like, if I hear Maury going crazy, I'm gonna look at him with the face. I'm going crazy. Like, and that's just like Breeze the same way. Breeze is gonna look at us go crazy. Like, and that's what it's supposed to be. We don't compete with each other because at the end of the day, we're all a group. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I have I'm not even gonna say mediocre because we don't do that all day. If I have a good verse and you have a spectacular verse, I'm still winning, bro. We in the same group. That shit ain't never in competition. I'm gonna spit what I feel comfortable with, and you go with what you feel comfortable with. But if there are moments like that, but it's not competition, bro. It's straight fuel. You know what I'm saying? Like we be having when that happens, we have the time of our lives. That should be so fun.
I just asked, like, I like watching a lot of documentaries on artists, and one of my favorite documentaries is like seeing the Wu-Tang, the way they would be in the studio.
I love that documentary,
bro. But it's like they would be like, nah, I gotta get them. So it's just like I just had to know because I know sometimes like, you get gritty. I get that,
and I love that about Wu-Tang, but I feel like it's different now. You know what I'm saying? And it's not for competition. Our competition is everybody else. Right. So we not competing with each other at the end of the day. Like, and that's the same way with dropping music and dropping team music or solo music. We're not competing with each other. So at the end of the day, we're all artists. We all get to eat, bro. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to the group, yeah, we always gonna bring it to the table, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
now. Just like Maury, I see that you guys are really doing a lot of collaborations out here, man. I seen the co-sign from Fresher. You guys just got hosted out by PD Crack. Y'all don't seem to have like a stop right now. You know what I'm saying? I see that y'all consistently moving, y'all consistently working with other influencers, other artists. So on that point, I want to ask you: is there anybody on your forte or like on your bucket list that you want to kind of like get to work with from here moving forward?
All right, look. I mean, I'm not gonna discuss too much here on the podcast because I have a lot of plans right now.
Okay, you gotta keep some intel secret.
You know what I'm saying? Not only for me, for the team too. We got mad shit going. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna speak on it here though.
And we plan,
you know what I'm saying? They're gonna see it. They're gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's tapped in with us and shit. If you're not tapped in, make sure y'all follow at SHYANARA MBX, Maury Hayes, at Spotlight Breeze, at the New Bronx. Tap in.
Got
you know what I'm saying?
Links will be down below in the description. After all that, you can find all their tags and all their music and everything right after this. Follow that.
But yeah, it's a couple people on the radar. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I've spoken to those people already. Actually, you know what I'm saying? So we know what's coming, but I'm gonna let the fans be excited for it when it comes.
And I will be because I am a fan. Y'all didn't know. I'm definitely a fan. Speaking of the chemistry, I remember when I went to the album release party. You know, when it first finally got full Shyanara fan membership here. And go to speak on. I think that's what kind of gravitated me towards you. It was that connection you saw. 'Cause I heard Mario all my life, so I know what it was. But then when like you said, that look, when I saw you give that look and you start spazzing, I said, nah, we got one here. You haven't let down, so keep working. I like this shit. Let's go.
So do you guys have? Well, you as an artist, we know you just dropped a project. Is there any works, like anything coming up as like the new Bronx or with you that you have coming up at the moment that you want the people to kind of like keep their eyes open for?
I mean, Untouchable is still pretty recent. Make sure y'all definitely tap into that. If not, that might be my best body of work up to date.
Up to date,
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time, bro. So out of all the projects I dropped, all the singles I dropped, this is it. I ain't missed 14 tracks. I feel like the whole way is just like, nah, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's what artists ultimately go for when they drop projects, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I ain't missed. I don't think I'm personally gonna drop anything for a while, just cause I'm gonna let that sit and marinate for a while. New Bronx 3 is definitely in the works, you know what I'm saying? We don't have a release date on it yet.
But it's something that y'all working on.
And that we've been working on for a minute, actually. It's been in the works. We've been working on it through the process of Untouchable. We was working on it before Untouchable. Still working on it. You know what I'm saying? It'll be to the fans very soon. But there's bigger plans right now that we got going on. So when we get all that out the way, they'll...
Just like your partner Maury, do you dib and dab in battle rap as well?
Yeah, facts. I've been taking a little break now. I just had a battle recently, but that was like a sparring session. You know what I'm saying? That was just to get back in the gym. It's been a while, but personally, battling is fun. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different experience from music. Like I've grown to love it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not music. You know what I'm saying? I still get a better thrill off of performing and writing songs and recording the songs. I hear myself when I finish a verse in the studio. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like battling. It's only a moment that's there and it leaves once you're out that moment. But
yeah.
When you're doing music, that shit lives with you forever. I listen to certain songs now and I'll be like, yo, I remember recording this. It was a movie, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so. And on another note, kinda not saying it don't do nothing for me like that, but like, it's not the direction I'm in right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
I like that.
I'm focused, tunnel vision right now. We gotta focus on the music. We doing a lot in the music scene right now, so that's what it's gonna be right now. If battling comes back up and it's a good situation for me, yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna take advantage of it, but now I'm good on that.
But for you, it's like a sport, but it's like
Facts. That's what I would consider a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong, with my music, one, I sing the majority of my songs. I gave them a lot of rapping on the last project, but that's just because, you know, feelings I had to get. So when it comes to battle rap, I just be rapping sometimes to show niggas, yo, bro, I could stand with y'all niggas too, bro. This is a singing ass nigga, but I could stand with y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying?
All right, now I got a question because I know I'll be watching a lot of battle rap when I go to his house, and some of the things that these battle rappers be saying is just like heartless to the core. Are you one of those battle rappers that you feel like once you get on the mic, everything is gold?
And this is why
like nothing's off limits.
I don't like battling my friends because I'm heartless, bro. Like
I do.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Up to date, I've battled one friend, and we are not friends anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that's just because personally there was shit he said that I'm not okay with, and then I know for a fact there was shit I said.
Battle?
Huh?
During the battle?
During the battle. You know what I'm saying? And this is not built up to the battle. This is during the battle. You know what I'm saying? And I know there was some things I said that he's not okay with.
That he took
but
to the heart.
You know what I'm saying? When I came into battle rap, I had the agenda as a disrespectful battle rapper. Like, I don't know if you've ever been familiar with any of my battles, but look, I'm from the Bronx. I'm a New York nigga. I don't wanna give them. You know what I'm saying? It's a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's a disrespectful slur to start every verse. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I start my verse like that. So it's like I have to keep that energy up. The same battle. Like my first time I main evented, during like the process and shit, he was like, "Yo, gloves is off. Just don't mention my daughter." Like, don't mention your daughter. All right, I wrote a line for his daughter right there,
Nah.
and I said it.
It's kind of like a contracted sport. You gotta kind of know what
Contact sport?
Not contracted sport. I kind of say, and I say it in a way of you gotta know what you're getting yourself. It's no holds bar in battle
That's
rap.
a fact.
You could, but respectfully, it's no respect in that type of way. And I kind of respect what Shyanara say. You have to get in a certain bag for it, and that doesn't conflict with music. So I understand that. Like,
Yeah, and it's different, and that's why I say it does take away from the music because when I'm preparing for battles, be surprised I don't be in the studio like that. I don't really be doing anything musically like that because I have to get myself in a different zone. I'm a nice ass guy. Like anybody who's met me in this world, I give off great energy. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a people person. I'm a rapper. I'm here for the fans.
Who this person is, but I don't even know what type of stage they on right now, so I don't even want to add no fuel to that fire.
to me, it's got.
But it's not just a specific person, bro. That's just me.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I am. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
I feel like that's something that should
And
be
that's how
expected, though. Like,
and that's
New
how
York
battle rap is.
It's like you from New York.
look, bro. I'm the type to do this.
No
Look, if we got
holds barred,
if we got a
skin.
battle book, I'm the type to be your best friend, bro. I can even be your best friend or the worst troll, bro. If you don't let me troll you, like if you don't subside into my trolling, I'm gonna be your best friend, bro. And that's how it is. And you know the best friend aspect of it, I'm not really your best friend, bro. I'm just letting you do this. You gonna do this? You gonna say something? I'm gonna be like, all right, cool, because I don't do this. I don't do this. I'm gonna just be.
He's like, yo, don't say nothing about my kid. You just giving me like the area that's your jugular. Yeah, so it's just like that. Now I know where to hit at to get a reaction out
Like
of
my last battle, it was my first acapella battle. You know what I'm saying? The nigga I battled, I see him every day, right? So there was no trolling, bro, because we was already cool prior to the battle getting booked. So there was things I heard about him that when we talking now, I'm like, yo, bro, it's true you did this? He like, yeah.
Nah,
And it's
like,
funny because I seen him the day after we battled. We battled on a Sunday. I seen him that Monday when I was going to work. The nigga was like, bro, you a funny ass nigga. I'm like, nigga, you did it to yourself. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You gotta
So
keep that shit in your back pocket. You can't be giving out ammunition like that, bro.
don't get it twisted though. A lot of us battle rap niggas is cool with each other. You know what I'm saying? That shit is just battle. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
it's a job.
And it's a
It's
sport. It's a
95.
fun sport, bro. Like just like you see the NBA niggas talking shit on the court with each other and shit like that. But be out with each other in the club and all, like, you know what I'm saying? All-Star weekend, they having the time of their lives.
That's a place for me, bro.
Gotta have tough skin, brother.
It's definitely not a place for everybody, bro, because everybody can't handle that, and I had to learn to handle that because I'm not gonna lie. My first couple battles, I was on some if a nigga say some crazy shit to me right now. But you know what I'm saying? But respectfully, then I surround myself around vets, Maury. Couple of other people, shout out to Mike Burner, shout out to these people, like coming up, they've been talking to me early, like, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, so I'm like, all right, cool. So, what time you get?
That's that team shit.
Alright, so another question I have for you, man. Because a lot of people right now, something I've been seeing a lot in music is somebody can get popping, but then they don't know how to transition into longevity. You have a lot of people out here that get popping 1 or 2 songs, and after that they disappear into the mist that's social media. So where do you see yourself from now to like possibly like 2-3 years from now?
Oh, 2-3 years from now, I'm gonna be out of here. Woo! Straight to the moon. You know what I'm saying? Cause I feel like I'm already in the right direction now. Shout out to New Bronx. You know what I'm saying? We doing a lot right now. We're doing everything we're supposed to be doing, putting ourselves in all the right situations. So it's only a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? And we've been doing this consistently. Like we outside. You know what I'm saying? You say New Bronx, a lot of people know who we are. A lot of industry people like that. A lot of important people that these people look up to and shit. You mention New Bronx to them.
Yeah.
They might tell you our names, like you know what I'm saying. So like we're on our way.
No,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
definitely known. I did some of my homework. Like I brought it up with Maury. I know you guys have somewhat of a serious relationship with Drewski. Y'all been at a
That's
few
my
hits.
guy.
That's your
my
guy.
Shout out DJ Drewski.
Shout out Juicy. Shout out DJ Juicy.
So it's just like I know you guys are implemented very heavy. And even to the point, bro, I got a party I gotta go to tomorrow. Yo, shout out to my boy DJ Rush. We're gonna be at his yacht party tomorrow. He's gonna be running the one.
Shout out to DJ Rush.
Shout out to K-Sean.
Shout out
Facts.
K-Sean.
K-Sean himself is familiar with New Bronx. We performed at his
Bro.
last showcase. He know what's up.
I hit him
That's my boy. Zip him
Shyanara like,
up.
yo, my man's told me he needs some artists pull up. He said if I pull up with somebody, he gonna let them perform. So I was like, yo, I'm interviewing Shyanara on Friday. Might as well bring it to him. I reached out to Shyanara. He was like, yo, I was already invited to that. K-Shine the one hosting. I might as well go. And thank you for the invite on top of that, bro. Because I gave the reference, and the first thing Shyanara told me was, yo, you coming, right? Because I'm like, yo,
Love.
I'm like, if I mention him, how I'm going to look not pulling up to the party now? So y'all definitely going to get some footage from that party tomorrow, man. We're going to be there. Shyanara going to be there. If it happens that he performs, we're going to be there on deck with the camera. We're going to get that 4K footage, and we're going to bring it directly to y'all as an exclusive, as an attachment to this interview. So you say that you already have your eyes on a trajectory. You feel like you're on the right path. You're making the right connections. So my question is, right now, what's it going to take for somebody to put a deal on the table for you to sign? Or do you have, like, in focus, somebody already that you want to get into business with?
I'm gonna put it like this: anybody bring anything to the table, it better. Not only does the numbers gotta look good, it gotta look good for all of us. Like it's not one of those, oh, I'm gonna eat. And nah, we all gotta eat, bro. Because respectfully, I'm not here without New Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Like we wouldn't be here without each other. And that goes back to what we were saying earlier about the group. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the strength in the group is really, really great. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't. They could put a deal on the table right now. Like, yo, Shy, I asked the question like, yo, is my team gonna eat? If they tell me no, then it's not happening, bro. Because respectfully, again, I would not be here without them. Because when a lot of people was counting me out, I had Maury in my corner. You know what I'm saying? Maury in my ear, like, Shy, nah, nigga, you him. You the GOAT, nigga. All right, cool. You right, big bro. Breeze came in, same shit. He's giving me and Maury all the push we need. We giving him all the push we need. So at the end of the day, I can't even see myself up there without them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see me winning without them.
So y'all aiming more for like a group venture than a solo situation. Because if y'all in a group, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I wouldn't even say that specifically. Like, all right, like even if they throw any of us a deal, bro, as long as it looks good for all three of us. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a group thing. It could be this person's going on tour, but is my team gonna eat from that? You know what I'm saying? Cool. I'll go on tour, but is my team gonna eat from that tour? If that's the situation, then we can do it anytime. Yeah, I don't have to be the whole team.
Going back to the Wu-Tang, I kind of like studied their whole lineup and the way they set up their deals and shit like that. Where it was like they had a deal as a group, and then everybody else was signed individually to other artists or other labels. So it's like if a opportunity like that comes your way, I think y'all would.
Cross that bridge when we get there.
Not cross it when it get there. Okay. So
I feel like I see that way too.
To step away from the artistry, like what makes Shyanara? We don't want to talk about the artist. We want to talk about the person. Like, what is it like the stuff that you do when you're not in music mode, or you're not in the studio, or you're not in your 9 to 5? What makes you you? Like, what do you do in your free time?
I mean, lately on my free time, all I do is. But in general, what makes me is I would say generally my personality. Like I'm the type to be around you. I'm joking. I'm making people laugh. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying life. You only get one chance to live. You know? And I'm heavy on that. I lost a lot. I'm not trying to. You know what I'm saying?
And I must say, once again, I'm thanking you for coming on the platform, but I also have to point out that just the way that you, Maury, and your team move is very respectable. There's a lot of people out here that get put on, or they get to shine, and they kind of like try to keep it embracing of working with me. And I want to thank you guys again for doing that. I'm very appreciative. You know, we're a new platform focusing on the positive talent, and lots in to me, just the immersive sound and the talent that's coming out of the city. I go on YouTube, and we can ask Greg the number of times we've gone on YouTube and people just want to report on the negative, the killing, the dissing. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to take a different route. I want to show off my city. I want to show that my city is more than just the streets. And with the opportunity that you guys are giving me, I feel very appreciative of that. You know what I'm saying? You guys are some savages on the mics. I've listened to some of your tracks. Um, some of the tracks that you sent me, I'll actually put them on repeat because it's an intoxicating sound that I could relate to. Um, but on that note, you said you don't have any future projects coming out besides the new Bronx 3 that's in the works. You said you're not really looking towards anything else but music. So is there anything else besides music right now that's kind of like gravitating towards your attention? You know, you said you stepped away from rap battling for a minute, but if the numbers look right or if the situation looks correct, you probably step back into that. Is there any other interest that you have right now besides music? No, like this is your main
Like
plate.
I feel like anything I do would be ultimately related to music. Like I've had like ideas of like doing a podcast or like yeah, just basically a podcast and shit like that. I've had that idea, but it would still be music related, and that
Okay.
would take away from the artistry too. So it's like that's not really.
Well, it's something that we see right now on the internet as being very that dib and dab in music that are turning towards the podcast platform to kind of express themselves freely. Because right now, with the way that social media is, we have to be very careful
But
with
I
the
feel like in the
content.
same sense of it's the same way as like we're here right now
Yeah,
talking. I'm on your podcast. For me, I don't have to have my own podcast to sit here and let the fans know what it is. At the end of the day, got to be an opportunist. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people do that because either they don't put themselves in an opportunity where they can speak, or you know they just don't want to, or maybe the music thing wasn't working out. I can't speak for everybody because I'm not doing that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's always an idea, but not something I'm gonna do because I don't want to meet an artist and be on some. Oh, let me get an interview for my podcast. I want to chop it up
Facts.
like, yo, how can we work?
And I
You
feel
know what I'm
like
saying? I don't want to
organic,
like,
yeah.
yeah, like. You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
feel like you need to keep it doing what you doing. Could you give me more material and more like hope? Cause I know it's like what you said. You put your passion, your all into your music. So for guys like us in the back scene, that's why I do my podcast. To go and seek artists like y'all, like you and Maury, the whole gang. Y'all kind of like the inspiration for us. So hearing you say like, I kind of was happy you said no.
that's what that's kind of what we push for, though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I feel like now we're more so of a voice for everybody. Like, New Bronx has turned into something bigger than we would have thought. Like, we got people we don't even know screaming New Bronx.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It should be like we be at shows, we be at there's people coming up like, yeah, New Bronx, giving us pounds and shit. We look at each other like, yo, but you know what I'm saying? Shit like that just show you, yo, we doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? You see, the three of us, between the three of us, any one of us will go out. Niggas are like, no, oh, New Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And that's great, bro. I could be by myself. Niggas know, oh, New Bronx. Breeze could be by himself. Oh, New Bronx. Maury by
Yeah.
himself. Oh, New Bronx. Shit is great, bro. That's the only thing you could really ask for. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit became huge.
Super
Alright, man.
huge.
So,
And y'all
got
humble.
anything else you wanna speak on?
Nah, I mean just saying, thank you for the fans, everybody who came out watching. Your questions was beautiful. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep this going. Shout out to Shyanara just for showing up. You already know all the music is out there, all platforms. Yeah, it's a pleasure, man. We're gonna do more work for this, man. On the ones and twos. Illuminati, good looking, more work.
That's a fact, man. So if y'all know, man, shout out to Greg for tuning in for the Behind the Ones and Tools. This is the first podcast episode with our new streaming setup, new mirrorless new mirrorless cameras, new microphones coming on the way. Y'all stay tuned, man. We about to cut it off right now, and we about to record a little performance for Shyanara. We gonna bring that exclusively to y'all tomorrow, and then stay tuned. Possibly after the weekend, we might do a little walkthrough